Donald Trump is not handling the release of the Epstein estate photos well, the ones that include multiple photos of Donald Trump on it that were released earlier today by Democrats from the House Oversight Committee. Donald Trump just wrapped up a press conference in the Oval Office where he was asked about it, where he goes, "I know nothing about it." He's also falling asleep again at this press conference, and then he'd get like manic and put on a cowboy hat also. It was really deranged, but let me show you what went down. Here, Donald Trump is asked about the newly surfaced photos from the Epstein estate that were just released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, and here's what Donald Trump says. Here, play this clip.
There were new Epstein photos released today showing you and also Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon. What were your reaction to those new photos that were released today?
Well, I haven't seen it, but I mean, everybody knew this man. He was all over Palm Beach. He has photos with everybody. I mean, almost there are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him. So that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
Then Donald Trump puts on a cowboy hat. Let's play this clip.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's see, what do I do with that strap?
You may be saying, why is Donald Trump putting on a cowboy hat? I don't know. Then Donald Trump is asked, well, what's your message to the 24 million Americans who are going to see their health insurance premiums go up? Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, at the end of this year, those extended Obamacare subsidies expire. What's your message to those 24 million Americans who will see their insurance premiums go up?
Don't make it sound so bad, because, you know, obviously you're a sycophant for Democrats. You're obviously a provider of bad news for Republicans. Let me just say something. The Republicans, I think I can speak for Tom and most other people. I think what most Republicans want to see is what I want to see. And I leave it to them, and hopefully they're going to put great legislation on this desk right here.
You hear what Donald Trump says? He goes, "You're fake news. You make it sound so bad." Obviously, he goes, "You're a sycophant." I think he means a sycophant for the Democrats. That's your response to the health insurance costs going up. Then Donald Trump continues to look at the cowboy hat on his head. Here, play this clip.
You remember a certain governor in Massachusetts when they put that helmet on? That was not good. Michael Dukakis. Yep. They put that helmet on. That was the end of his political career.
Then Donald Trump talks about how he's looking forward to engaging in land strikes on Venezuela as America's getting ready for war. It's just what he throws out in a press conference where he's wearing cowboy hats and claiming he knows nothing about the photos that he's featured in with Epstein from the Epstein estate. Here, play this clip.
You talked about land strikes happening soon. Is there anything at this point that can prevent that? And is the objective, if you make that decision?
Well, I don't want to say that, but it's not only land strikes on Venezuela. It's land strikes on horrible people.
Then he talks about a hockey puck that's on his desk that Kash Patel handed him. And I guess there are people there from the Miracle on Ice 1980s Olympics men's team. I mean, I don't know what they're even doing here. But Donald Trump is saying, look at this hockey puck. Here, play this clip.
Oh, that's something. That puck was hit. We have a puck here. Does this mean anything, or is this something they just gave me?
I gave the FBI hockey pucks.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, that's nice. I'll put it here on top of a piece of gold. And
you'll see him continue to cover up that hand of his. You know, we've been reporting and we've been showing you photos how his hand is decomposing and rotting away. And obviously he's getting some sort of IV injection or shot in the back of his hand that he's covering up. And the Trump regime yesterday said in a propaganda conference that it's because he shakes hands so many times a day that's why his hand looks discolored and like it was stuck in a piranha tank. But okay. Well, before I go on, just a reminder, hit subscribe. We're on our way to 6 million subscribers on this YouTube channel. You know that this channel's under attack, right, by the Trump regime, and they want this shut down. We're trying to get to 6 million subscribers this month. So please, if you can, you may think you're subscribed, double check that you're subscribed. Let me continue. Then Donald Trump talks about Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, and Donald Trump says, I'll just listen to what he says here. Play this clip.
There's nothing worse than a person that comes in and does nothing but bitch and comes from a place where she shouldn't be telling us what to do. She shouldn't be telling us. And everybody agrees with me.
Right. It's just so disgusting and vile what spews from this tyrant, this despicable human piece of trash's mouth. It's ridiculous. Donald Trump then is asked about what role he intends to play in the interest rate decisions of the Federal Reserve. And he says, I'm going to get involved and I'm going to make recommendations, which they're supposed to be total independence of the Fed from the Oval Office. But Donald Trump, who has bankrupted many of his businesses, probably could get the Guinness Book of Records, in my opinion, if there was one, for bankrupting businesses. He's an utter failure in business. He's a destroyer, not a builder. He says that he's going to get involved in that he'll dabble in it and he'll make the recommendations of if interest rates should go down. And he previously said that it's going to be a prerequisite to who he picks, that they have to listen to him on interest rate cuts. Play this clip.
How big a role do you want to personally play in the decision by the Fed on interest rates?
Well, I've made a lot of money. I've been very successful. And I think my role should be at least that of recommending. They don't have to follow what I say, but we're going to be choosing a new Fed person in the pretty near future. But they went out, they went out with 71 different people, all economists and Trump. I was 71. And of the 71 people, I got it right. And one other person, I think from the Wharton School of Finance, my alma mater, got it right. There were two people that got it right out of 7, but I was one of them. So I think I certainly should have a role in talking to whoever the head of the Fed is, or the Fed. I don't think that, in the old days that used to happen.
Then Donald Trump continues to talk about name, image, and likeness payments going to college athletes. In a 9-0 decision that was reached in 2021, the Supreme Court essentially ruled that the NCAA couldn't prohibit player compensation. It's a little more complicated than that. The ruling, it's called the Alston decision. I teach it in my sports law class at USC, by the way. Then now you see all these college players getting paid. Donald Trump says that universities don't have a lot of money and they shouldn't be forced to pay the players, and players shouldn't make any money. Because I know that as you're about to have your health care torn away from you, and as you're psychologically tortured living paycheck to paycheck, if you're lucky enough to get a paycheck as you can't afford a home, I know the main issue that you're thinking of right now, right, is name, image, and likeness. Because that's top of Donald Trump's mind right now, as Donald Trump pretends that America's in a golden age while the American economy is trash under this Trump regime. Play this clip.
And you can't pay a quarterback $14 million to come out of high school. They don't even know he's going to be a very good player. I mean, they've tried a couple of times, $14 and $12 million, and a couple of deals like that. And the most successful colleges are losing money.
When it comes to dog food, it always felt like you had to make a choice. You could either have fresh and healthy or easy to store and serve, but never both. But you don't have to choose anymore thanks to Sundays. Sundays is fresh, air-dried dog food made from clean ingredients, and the recipe is actually customized based on your dog's size, breed, allergies, activity levels, all of it, everything. And unlike other fresh dog foods, Sundays does not require thawing, refrigeration, or preparation because of their air-drying process. You just pour and serve. That's it. I'll tell you, my pup went crazy for this stuff. Within a week, we noticed more energy, way better mood, and even perfect poops, I gotta say. No more itching, no more eye boogers, none of it. It was wild how fast the change happened. And I love the story behind it. Sundays was started by Dr. Tori Waxman, a veterinarian who's devoted her life to animals. The standards are insanely high. If it's not 100% all natural meat and superfoods with 0% synthetic nutrients or artificial ingredients, then it is not Sundays. Plus, every order ships right to your door and you can cancel or pause anytime. They even have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Thousands of dog parents have made the switch and reported pups with more energy, better poops, softer fur, and fresher breath thanks to Sundays. Make the switch to Sundays. Go right now to sundays4dogs.com/Meidas and get 50% off your first order. Or you can use code Meidas at checkout. That's 50% off your first order at sundays.com/Meidas, sundaysfordogs.com/Meidas, or use code Meidas at checkout. That's MEIDAS.
While that press conference was taking place, there were more Epstein photos released from the Epstein estate. In the same batch of photos that feature Donald Trump and Epstein and girls looked like young girls with their faces redacted. We also see these photos are new, just released moments ago as I'm recording this. Massage therapy systems that were used by Epstein when he would sexually assault girls. This was in Epstein's photos. Trumpkin, make Halloween great again. And remember earlier, I showed you these photos of Donald Trump on an airplane with girls or young ladies, unclear their age basically, but look very, very young, with their faces redacted. Here's another one from the Epstein photo album or the Epstein photo book. Donald Trump, and it looks like a group of very young girls. You have this latex glove that appears to be used for sexual purposes. Trump condoms. You have pussy pumps. That's what it's called. It says pussy pump. And then it says extreme restraints. And then there looks to be a cartoon of an underage girl right there. You also have gags, jawbreaker gags in the same files with Epstein Trump photos. Trump knows nothing about this though. That's what he's saying. He knows nothing about it. Trump's top advisor at that time too, when Epstein was still alive, Steve Bannon, meeting with Epstein. The photo behind or on Epstein's desk appears to be a passed out underage girl, victim of Epstein right there. More photos of Donald Trump. We're hearing now also from Congress member Sam Ramanian. You've seen him on the MeidasTouch network, and he's asked, do you have pictures of people, of men engaged in sex acts with girls in these photos? And he says they do. Here, play this clip.
Point on that. Do you have pictures of people engaged in sexual acts as part of this?
As part of this release, yes, there are pictures of people engaged in sexual acts.
Are there pictures of men not Jeffrey Epstein engaged in such acts?
We're going through that. Again, the last time there was a big production, what we tried to do was release all the files eventually. We're trying to be selective about what we release now. And so in this case, we're not really quite sure yet who is who. Certainly, there's a lot of people involved, though, in some of these acts.
Okay, I'm almost sorry I asked.
And here's earlier in the day, Congressmember Garcia. Here's what he said. Play this clip.
Right now, our plan is to demand that the president release the files, and we'll see what he does on the 19th. But I think, again, these pictures, some of these photos are really disturbing. And I know we've put some out today. There are many others. And some of the other photos that we did not put out today are incredibly disturbing.
And here's one more clip from Congressman Garcia. Let's play it.
Obviously, just last night, we received about 95,000 photographs from the Epstein estate. I want to be clear. Our committee, Oversight Democrats, have gone through maybe about 25,000 of them so far. So there's an enormous amount of photos that we have not gone through. It will take days and weeks to ensure that we go through those photos and that a redaction is done in the appropriate way. Let me just also say that clearly, we have put out, I think, maybe 15 to 20 of those photos this morning. Democrats have. We will continue to put out more photos in the days and weeks ahead. But I just caution folks that the redaction process and ensuring that we are protecting the survivors and the women who were abused by Epstein are protected.
What else do you...
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.